Yeah, it was one heck of a second half by these guys to score 49 points and to tighten some things up defensively, and so many big plays by so many guys. I got two guys sitting here, my right and left, and it ignited their winning plays, ignited our team, ignited this arena. It's unfortunate that we dug ourselves a 14-point hole in that first half, and that's probably the storyline when you think, boy, you guys cut it to 2, but it takes a lot out of you when you're down 14. We wanted to cut it to 7 by the end of the first media, and it took us an extra minute and a half, but we did. And then with the big shot here, we cut that thing to 2, and we just needed a few more stops and a few more conversions. But again, incredibly proud of these two guys, of our entire team. There were a couple other guys like C.J. Rivers that just had a monster game. I mean, stat line just filled up across the board. Ori Aragondade had a big game for us. He had 2 buckets, but he had a couple boards, he had a couple steals and blocks, and outstanding defense. Jacob Enevold did a pretty good job in 13 minutes on Dom. So, up and down the line, a lot of big plays. Proud of these guys.
Questions for the guys?
Billy, you've had a lot of success in games recently. What's done it for you? What has helped you find your comfort zone?
I have the best teammates in that country. They always look for me. I love those guys, and they love me right back. And during practice, they're always trying to get me open, and I really have to just give it all to CJ especially. During practice, he tries to get me going by punching gaps and passing me the ball. He jokingly tells me that I'm an automatic assist. That's what he says to me in practice. So he's jokingly trying to get his stats up by passing me the ball. But all the guys around, from Reed to TJ, Nick, and Ori, they look for me because they know I'm going to knock down a shot, and they put me in good positions to do so.
Can you play even better, or is this now a matter of being consistent the next few weeks?
I think there's always room to do better. In some of the games, my mid-range hasn't been as prominent, but in the last couple of games, I've been able to get my mid-range going, and that's kind of what I pride myself on in high school. And in AU especially, I was really good off the dribble and mid-range, and I think it only could be up from here. Especially, there's a lot more areas of my game that needs to be improved, especially on the defensive end of the floor, and also rebounding, because I'm playing an undersized 4, so I really have to box out and get those rebounds. But there's always room for improvement.
Hey, do you normally shoot 3s?
It's been a process for sure. I mean, last year I did not have much of the green light, but I worked on it in the off season, worked on it in the summer, and I'm glad that it just went in the hole tonight, and I'm glad that I had teammates to put me in those positions.
You had a few big plays that brought you guys back within a few points here and there. What was the feeling like on the floor when you were able to make some of those?
It's the feeling that you live for, I guess. It's the all the teammates, all the guys on the bench, just screaming and pumping their fists, and it's that stuff, and especially in the second half that we had that really sparked that run to cut it to 2, and I think that if we have a whole game like that, full 40 minutes, I think that we'll find some more wins.
For either of you guys, how have you seen Coach Rutter try to, manage this transition through? I'm sure it's been a difficult time for, all you guys.
I don't think we haven't stopped for anything. We just look forward, we look to the next day, and we try to get better every single day, and we try to, still the same philosophy, we try to win every single day, and that's what we're doing.
And just the same thing. I would just say it's, just trusting that we would work as a team and not just split to playing one-on-one, like individual. We keep playing with team defense, keep finding each other on pass and kick, and trying to find us in the post. Just all guys on the floor acting as one.
Mm-hmm. Coach, they go on that run at the end of the first half.
Anything else for the guys or get it from them? Let them get out of here.
Good job.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Really good job. Yep.
Thanks, guys. They go on that run at the end of the first half. I guess what was maybe the feeling like in the locker room after?
There's times as a staff, we meet in the coach's locker room. There's always a couple times, you feel you got to make a stop off in the player locker room first. And We just wanted to make sure that they had some good dialogue while we were talking as a staff, and I gave them a few areas that they could discuss, some of it's shot selection, and again, hey, we want to be up tempo, and we have a team made up of good three-point shooters, so hey, we get clean looks, we want to take them. Now, you do need to have some balance of getting some paint touches and some post touches, and South Dakota State did a good job of changing up some couple different zones, and it makes it sometimes a little more difficult to get some post touches, but there were some cracks in some areas where we were able to, and I think maybe we missed a few that, hey, if we're going to run this action, yeah, it's multiple option, but get that thing in there. And TJ got us a good look. TJ getting those 2 quick fouls and only playing 3 minutes hurt us tonight. We need that guy on the floor. Gives us that length and athleticism. But yeah, they hit some shots. Hit some defensive probably breakdown some in that stretch. But I don't think the group was this group doesn't hang their head very very often, if at all. Quite honestly, they're a really resilient group. And, the emotion certainly showed when things were going well in the second half, but they're a pretty even-keeled, mature, high-character group. And, because of that, there's not a doubt in our minds that we're going to see better days. We are going to get over the hump, and it's just going to make it that much more sweeter because of, some of the struggles and tough times that we've had. But we have good days ahead. There's no doubt about it.
The last few games, it's kind of in the end of the game. Today was kind of the end of the first half. You guys played well down the stretch. Is there maybe a part of this skid that you guys are on that's frustrating for you?
Well, we've addressed it with them because it has been. Yeah, today was to get down 14, and like you said, Cody, the end of that half, that run. But we talked about again to start the second half. We wanted to cut that thing to 7 by the media and such, and chip away at it. And we were very confident that we could. We talked about like the last 5-6 minutes or 4 minutes of games, and by no means do you want to paralyze your group and overthink it and overanalyze it. All we said is, hey, we want to continue to be aggressive during these stretches of the game. And the phrase we want to use with one another on the bench, we want you guys yelling it out, is keep taking it at them. Keep taking it at them. Stay aggressive. Don't, you've made a bunch of winning plays and you're not looking over your shoulder. Well, don't start now. Keep making those plays. Keep being aggressive. And we were pretty much throughout that entire second half. But we'll have to look at it on film and just kind of see where the breakdowns were. But yeah, you're just like anybody. You're trying to put a full 40 together, and it's about runs and gaps. And you want to have good runs, and you want to have small gaps, and we keep track of them. Throughout at the end of the half, at the end of the game, you go back and you look at those, and then you analyze those gaps or those runs, and you look at lineups. And we've tried a lot of different starting lineups. We've had a lot of different rotations. Sometimes guys got it going, sometimes they don't as much. Tonight Dite didn't have it going like he did the other night, and so we just didn't have him on the floor as much. And not to say that we're not letting guys play through some mistakes. I mean, we are. He had some chances out there, and he'll be back at it. But that's the beauty of having 13 eligible guys out there that can play. And right now we're 11 deep in a rotation, and we've got 2 guys that are situational. So we love our team. The record certainly doesn't reflect how good of a team we are and how locked in we are. And again, another reason why we've got good days ahead.
What was it like sharing a sideline with odds?
It was good. It was good. We had a few exchanges throughout the day at shoot around and then before the game. And I'm very, like I've said before, I'm just very happy for him that he's gotten his opportunity to be a head coach, and he's certainly a darn good one. And they've got a nice program and a nice team. I think they're going to have a big year. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, so they've kind of figured some things out as well. It was honestly, when the game's rolling, you're wrapped up in your own team and that. But we'll continue to chat throughout the season. So again, very very happy for those guys, and just very complimentary of their team.